Sanyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I will try to make the English so that those who don't understand English will also be able to understand. The perspective that I want to share with you is the one which has guided a lot of this quest of identifying people all over the country who have solved the problem with their own means, both in the formal as well as in the informal sector. The energy spent in the informal sector is of course much more because it is so difficult for many times innovators to know that they are innovators. We have come across many people who have solved the problem they today, but they would not consider themselves as innovators or anything extraordinary. They just solve the problem. You go from outside, look at what they have done, and say, oh my goodness, this is quite an extraordinary solution. And you begin to see and appreciate what they have done. In this picture that we see here, the point is very simple that if you leave the roof uncovered, as it often happens when erosion takes place, the tree falls. So the inclusiveness is as important that if you don't nurture the innovation of the classroom, then the whole innovation edifice will fall down, the whole structure will fall down. Because it's not possible to meet the needs of the majority, needs of the large number of people, only by tackling innovation in small sector. If you ask me, many of you know how many people file tickets, and all of you know how difficult the many of you were describing the experience. But 3, 4 or 5, most have had difficulty in either filing or getting tickets. And it is true. We know that large number of cases more than 4 or 5 years. We know that but not we can improve whatever is very difficult. Somebody mentioned a while ago about novelty, that we will look at the patient database and find novelty. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. Patents include a very small proportion of innovation that takes place in society. Very small proportion. So when we find innovation, and we have to find out how novel it is, not only we have to look at that, but the that is a very poor indicator of innovation, at least in a country like India. If I ask you, those of you who have small enterprises, and you have friends, how many small enterprises have sites in this country? Not even 1 to 2%. If they have done some innovation, you would not find them on the net. If they are not calculated, which is true for large majority, you will not find them in the database. And what do we do? So we have to then find clusters, markets, users of those technologies, ask them whether they know someone who is supplying that solution which we have received with us, or we have found out in the field, say a garlic filling machine. So in typical industry, if they have a garlic filling machine, and if they don't have a hospital, they don't have, or a hotel, they don't have, then we begin to understand there must be some novelty. But it is not possible that large users of that particular material in the country would not be aware. We are not aware, we can understand. But users who are paying so much money for their products and productivity, they would possibly keep track of the machine available. To be tried, therefore to go to market, wherever the centers of consumption or production or distribution ion. So very elaborate process has to be gone through to find out what innovation is taking place. Still one source is not accessible, which is the 5 lakh students who do the project every year. Many of those students do wonderful work. Many things that were mentioned here are there in our database already. This idea of SMS going to the Brahman, if there is an accident, we have that innovation in our database. We even have an innovation that if your car is stolen, from cell phone, you can lock up the car. And the person will be stuck. That person cannot start the car unless you switch it on. So by the mobile. But this person and the other person who has developed the relation of the team may not know each other because there is no mechanism, there is no platform, there is no database, ground AC, which we have tried to build in the NII and even network. So my point is that inclusive development requires us to deal with this issue of bringing lots of innovation that are taking place in the country on the surface, recognizing them, respecting them, rewarding them. And if we are not able to do that, it is not so much the failure of the or communities, but the system, the institutions, which have not paid attention to this task of building bridges. And this is not something that can be done in a job, because it requires so much energy, it requires so much effort, that one has to be always mad on this process. Now, we met today morning, we had presentation of 2 sessions, and we will have presentations tomorrow and the after. But I would like that when we go to the group discussion after the session, we will try to see whether there are lessons that we can learn from in the formal sector, from the informal sector, and in the informal sector, from the formal sector. I'll give you a small example. Years ago, I was in a workshop in GA in Karnataka, Chitraduga, and we had a lot of carpenters sitting there and some lecturers. One fellow said that the wood of which you make the plow is becoming rare, a test. So what do? He said, when the plow wears out, and you don't get enough wood of that kind, then you don't generally replace it. So we need to put a shoe on the worn out sheet, plow sheet. So we have to make a metallic shoe on a wooden plow. That was the problem of the system. Which method? That rejected technical research. And after a lot of discussion, this person after then everybody brainstormed and nobody could come to that particular material that he used. This carpenter replied that I use the leaf spring that you have in your mobile suspension. These springs have